13.1 continued, we are going to solve right triangles. So we have, on this particular triangle, given that angle A is 28 degrees. Now, get yourself a right triangle. It doesn't matter which of the acute angles you choose to be A, but since it's a 28, I'm going to choose the littler one. So A is 28 degrees. Opposite angle A is side little a. So that means my other acute angle has to be capital B. And opposite capital B is little b, which is 15. So there's my given information. I need to fill in also, find the length of side C. Now I'm going to label the right angle C, capital C. That's always the right angle. You don't have to solve that one because we know these are all right triangles. Okay? So we need to find the other missing parts. So let's look and see. Let's do the easiest one first. Let's do the angle. Since I know this is 28 degrees and I have a right angle, then I know angle B is 90 minus 28, which is 62 degrees. Okay, so now we're going to refer to this SOHCAHTOA here. Now, I would strongly recommend, as often as possible, for solving each part of the problem, go back to your given information rather than using something you have computed in order to solve it. Now, before we do this next part, I want everybody to get your calculator and make sure it is in degree mode. Push the mode button. Go down to, it says radian in degree. Make sure the degree is highlighted, not the radian.
Where?
The third row, when you push mode, third row down, it says radian in degree. Make sure it's the degree that's highlighted, not the radian.
Okay.
Okay, because if you leave it in radians, you get all sorts of weird answers. Okay, so then you can go ahead and quit that. Second quit. Now, I know I'm going to use this angle right here. I know the side adjacent to that angle. Let's look for C first. That's the hypotenuse. Which trig function uses adjacent and hypotenuse? Cosine. So I say the cosine of 28 degrees equals adjacent, which is 15, over hypotenuse, which is C. Okay, so now I need to find what C is. So I need to get it out of the denominator, so I'm going to multiply both sides by C. And that cancels the C's on this side. Now I need to get C by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by the cosine of 28 degrees. So I get C equals 15 over the cosine of 28 degrees. Now all comes to calculate. 15 divided by the cosine of 28 degrees. What do you guess? Yeah, 16.988 and so on. So we're going to round that to the nearest tenth. So that's approximately 17.0. If you do need to write the 0.0, that tells me what you rounded to. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, I still have one part I'm missing. So when I compare the A to the given triangle, that's going to be the side opposite. My given information was adjacent. So opposite and adjacent, which trig function is that? Tangent. So I say the tangent of 28 degrees equals opposite, which is the A that I'm looking for, over adjacent, which is 15. So I only need one step to solve for this one. I multiply both sides by 15. And I get A equals 15 times the tangent, because it's canceled, of 28 degrees. So get out your calculator.
80.0.
And that one's gonna round up as well. So this nearest 10, it is, this is approximately 8.0. There's my three parts. Make sense? Okay. So I've got two more I want to show you. And then I'll let you just work on this. Okay. So, second one. I'm given that angle A is 71 degrees. So I'm going to pick A to be the big angle this time. And C is 20 degrees. C is always opposite the right angle. Or not 20 degrees, it's just 20. And so I need to find capital B, little b, and little a. So let's do the angle first. So angle B equals 90 minus 71, which is 19 degrees. Get that off. Okay, so go to your given information. Here's my given angle is angle A, 71 degrees. So what is C relative to that angle? That is the hypotenuse. Okay, so let's find A first. A is opposite that angle. Remember, little a is always opposite big A. So opposite over hypotenuse is sine. So I say the sine of 71 degrees equals opposite, which is A, over hypotenuse, which is 20. So I like it when the number lines up in the bottom. All I have to do is multiply both sides times 20, and I get A equals 20 times the sine of 71 degrees. So I get approximately 18.9. Okay, so let's see, we need to find B. So B is going to be adjacent to my given angle. So let's see, adjacent to hypotenuse. So that's going to be cosine. Got to write my other equation first.
And it's still 71, isn't it?
It's still 71 degrees. Yep, it's still the same angle. Equals, adjacent is the B over the hypotenuse is 20. Multiply both sides times 20, and I get B equals 20 cosine.
It's 6.
Is that what you got?
6.
Yep, that's what I got. 6.5. I've got 1, 2, 3 solutions. Okay, now this last one is just a little bit different because I'm given two side lengths and I need to find the angles. So we start the same way we always do. The 8 is the longer side, so I'll put it here. I'll show it that right there. B equals 8 and A equals 6. So I'm missing angle A, angle B, and the hypotenuse, which is C. Well, let's do C first, because that's going to be the easiest one here. How do I do that?
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And if you recognize the Pythagorean triple, you can skip this step and say it's 10, because 6, 8, 10 is indeed a Pythagorean triple. So C equals 10. Okay, so now the tricky part is figure out the angles. Now this is where you use another nice little feature on your calculators. So let's first write an equation. Let's start with A, and I was given the 6 and the 8, so that's opposite and adjacent. So that would be tangent, right? So the tangent of A equals 6/8, or 3/4. So in order to find the angle, you use the inverse tangent function. So you say the tangent, you write to the -1 of 3/4. That does not mean 1 over the tangent, it means the inverse tangent, one of those things in mathematics where you need to know the context. The inverse tangent of 3/4 is equal to your angle measure. So to get that on your
How do
calculator,
you write the -1 up there?
the -1 means the inverse function. Basically, I'm switching the x's and y's.
How do I put the?
So you say second tangent, so that'll get you the little, and then you say 3 divided by 4, and you should get 36.9 degrees.
That was number 8.
Oh, I was A. Yep, I put it in the wrong place. You're right. Okay. And this one I will let you subtract. So say 90 minus that. 90 minus 36.9, which is 53.1. Okay, so there is my 1, 2, 3 solutions. Okay, questions?